Bastille is famous for its opera and ballet productions. Its live performances consistently enjoy critical acclaim both in France and beyond.
We take care of several aspects on the audio side. There's the evening performances, during which we control the monitor system for the artists on stage.
The Opéra Bastille building is surprisingly deep, so we definitely need to use microphones. We don't always use them for sound reinforcement, mind you, but we need to ensure that the singers on stage are able to hear the pit properly, especially when they are in the back. There are also other things we take care of during a show.
We obviously produce audio for the audience, but we also ensure that latecomers can follow the production outside the hall.
We record every single performance and hand the audio signals over to our video department for embedding.
We are increasingly involved with livecasts for French cinemas and our platform, where viewers can stream recorded or live performances. Audio over IP has become essential to handle the number of flows we are dealing with.
We use two network types, Dante, which we used in the past, and a new one called RAVENNA that is built into our Lawo consoles.
If we look to IP in the live environment, it's a growing aspect in all fields actually. Everything gets more and more IP connected.
With IP, a signal can be sent anywhere. Since setting up our Lawo consoles, we've been using Luminex switches to route our signals to any destination on the network.
At Opéra Bastille, the IP network essentially stops at the building's outer walls. Our institution indeed belongs to the state, and for security reasons we don't allow outsiders to access our network. We may occasionally give access to a small part of the network, but those are mainly outbound connections.
For opera, audio quality is essential. We've been using Lawo for almost 2 years. The recording control room was set up first. The front of house console followed a few months ago.
The first thing that struck me when I used the Lawo console for the first time was its flexibility, and at the same time how simple it was to use, which lets you work pretty quickly and be quite effective.
What Lawo consoles bring to the table is seamless adaptability to the different types of productions we handle. You can actually do totally different things on both desks at the same time.
It was a revelation, or at least a rediscovery of good sound in an opera environment. For me, this is the future with regards to that flexibility to fully configure the tool. It's a huge asset, even as an operator, to be able to personalize your tool for every assignment.
We share 3 Lawo stage boxes between the hall and the recording studio, and sometimes even an adjacent recording room with an older console. In this case, we send the signals of the Lawo stage boxes to the other console via Dante.
We also have 2 power core units. We mainly use one as a bridge between the RAVENNA and Dante networks. The second power core is used to link our RAVENNA network to our analog audio devices, which enables us to feed the monitors and speakers throughout the building.
Lawo and Luminex is in a sense a perfect combination because we're in the opera, we're in an environment where you have live and studio environment coming together.
We decided on the MC256 because of its preamps that offer the perfect audio quality for classical music. We immediately noticed the difference. The mic signals required no default tweaking.
Lawo was chosen by Opéra Bastille, obviously, but also by the Radio France Auditorium, Paris Philharmonie, Lyon Opera, Bordeaux National Opera, and the Lille National Orchestra. In a sense, Lawo has become somewhat of an audio benchmark on the French classical music scene.
The impact of audio over IP at Opéra Bastille has been huge, and it will be even more so in the future. We're doing more and more recordings, both for our streaming platform and even for live cinema broadcasts. This network lets us handle a huge number of streams that simply weren't possible before, when we were still mostly working in analog or with other network types.
In my career, I've seen several systems in both this control room and the recording room. This latest evolutionary step feels like a serious leap. Our Lawo consoles are really powerful.
We've had a lot of positive feedback from the sound engineers about the system's user-friendliness.